welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a chatty get ready with me using some new makeup products and also talking about my brand trip with Benefit Cosmetics for the Benefit Brow Surge. So if you want to continue watching, then please go ahead and do so because we're going to transform our face from this to that. Okay guys, so I think today we're gonna go ahead and start off with our eye makeup. I do have a new eye palette. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimensional 2 palette, well, Major Dimension 2 palette. And this is what it looks like. It looks super stunning and I just wanna dive into all these colors. Let's just go ahead and get right to it. The first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is prime my eyelids. I just like to use concealer, so I'm gonna be using my Benefit Cosmetics Boing Cakeless Concealer. So let me just start telling you guys about my trip. So I went to Arizona with Benefit Cosmetics for the Benefit Brow Surge. I was one of the finalists for the Brow Surge. You guys know how much I wanted this and how hard I worked all of January, February, and March for this. Honestly, like the first half of the year, because we're already about to enter June, and you guys know as soon as June hits, like it's the second half of the year. So that was like one of my biggest goals. It was actually on my vision board and it's so beautiful to see me accomplishing things on my vision board. And when I was younger in high school, I have always had dreams of going to the West Coast for college. So I was going to attend Arizona State University. I literally had everything ready, roommate, classes, everything. And I dropped out last minute to pursue this, like to pursue becoming a beauty content creator, to pursue the beauty industry. I got my cosmetology license when I was 18. Like I really just like did my damn thing. And it's crazy to see that I didn't go to college in Arizona, but I went on my first ever makeup brand trip to Arizona. Like that's literally so full circle. And every time I thought about that, once I had made it, I was like, holy shit, it's like, this was meant to be for me. So now I'm gonna be taking the palette. We're just gonna be going into the matte shades. I think I'm gonna be using like these mauve tones. Okay, so I just kind of want to like dive into the questions. I actually, well, let me give you a little bit more background. So I just got back from the trip. We went from April 25th to the 28th. And when we got there, like Benefit knows how to do a brand trip. It was absolutely phenomenal. Like it was so phenomenal. Everything about the trip was amazing. If you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I posted like mini vlogs so you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about. But wow, like I was blown away by all that they did for us. Also the team behind Benefit, absolutely incredible people. Like wow, like I was like, these people are so amazing. They're so sweet. They're so accommodating. They literally were always there for us whenever we needed anything. Like I'm so excited that I got to build those relationships with the Benefit team because now I have those relationships for life. And that's really what matters. That's, you know, why brands do like events and brand trips, is because they truly want, you know, the relationship with you and they saw something in you, which is why they invited you to these events in the first place. I stayed at the Tanque Verde Ranch in Arizona, in Tucson, and it was absolutely beautiful. The people that worked there, amazing people. And like I said, I went with 23 other influencers, creators. They were honestly so sweet. I feel like this was like the sweetest group we had. Like everybody was so uplifting of one another, incredible, like their talent, absolutely amazing. I feel like I just got inspired off of the people that I met, the people that I went with. Like it was truly like one of those things. So there was like 24 of us, and obviously we had like an amazing time together, and then they cut it down to the top 12, which I unfortunately did not make the top 12. But you know what? Once they announced it, because I was so proud of the content that I created, I felt like it was really authentic to me. It's something that I would create. I was really happy with my content. Maybe had I not been happy with my content, it would have been a different story. Maybe it would have been a little upset, but I was so genuinely happy with my content that I was like, you know what? It is what it is. And also like everything happens for a reason. I'm just so blessed to be here. We also had the 3 coaches, the incredible larger influencers, Manny MUA, I Love Sarai, and Chloe Morello. Like it was all amazing. They gave us so much incredible feedback. They literally told us things that we needed to hear. And that in itself, oh my gosh, that was like a gift. So let me go ahead and just share some of the questions that were asked. Okay, so I did mention that we had 3 coaches that were Manny MUA, Chloe, and I Love Sarai. And somebody asked me, were the influencers friendly in person? Oh my gosh, guys, they were so friendly. Like, it was literally like we were with our friends. They're exactly who they are on social media. I love that we got to experience that energy from them, because I feel like obviously that doesn't come around often unless you like go to like influencer events or like get invited on brand trips or whatever it may be, but it was really cool to see that experience firsthand. Okay, next question. Okay, what was my favorite part of the trip? Okay, my favorite part of the trip, first things first, definitely the people. I feel like when you're with a good group of people, the energy just flows, and it was so beautiful to see like how much we really supported each other, especially like when it came to like the challenges and stuff. We were all there for each other no matter what, which is amazing, and sometimes can be a little hard to find in certain situations or like certain groups, because people can be like, you know, not the nicest. But our group, I literally had the most incredible time with them. They all inspired me in so many different ways. I'm gonna be going in with their Real Extreme Position liner. This is the absolute best liner. And I'm not just saying that because it's Benefit, but this genuinely is so good. Like, look how precise that pencil is. Okay guys, we got one liner done, and I think that was pretty good considering I haven't done wing liner like this. Okay, so now for lashes, I'm gonna be using these Kiss Ruffle lashes. These are the lashes that Makeup by Ariel used on Kim Kardashian at the Vanity Fair Oscars after party look that she had. Okay, so let's go into the next question that I have here. Okay, how did I like the Arizona weather? So you guys know Arizona weather is so different than Maryland weather. As an East Coast girl, like, it's cold a lot, it's cold often, but we have a very hot summer, and it's still cold right now, like compared to Arizona. And I have to say, I was thriving in Arizona. And typically I'm not the biggest fan of the heat, but I was loving that desert heat. Like, it was dry heat, it wasn't humid whatsoever. And that's the thing about Maryland, when it gets hot here, it's humid and your hair just gets huge. Like, if you go out straighten it, it's gonna be like huge like within 2 seconds. There, I didn't have that issue. I had like a blowout, and my blowout stayed well all the time that I had it in. It was like between like high 80s and like 90s while I was there, and I was actually very surprised that like my rosacea didn't flare up, because like I said, like that's one of the reasons why I stay out of the sun, is because my rosacea like flares up a lot when it's super hot. And it wasn't, maybe it was because I was packing on the sunscreen like religiously. I was using my Tatcha the Silk sunscreen, which has a 50 SPF, and then I was retouching with my Supergoop, my Supergoop retouching spray that has like 30 SPF, so it just like all really stayed intact. Okay, somebody asked me like how the coaches were selected, and honestly I don't know. That's definitely a question for Benefit, but they did an amazing job on selecting these coaches because they were absolutely incredible people. And it's actually funny because this brow search was supposed to happen in 2020, so I had already submitted my entries for the 2020 brow search, and I remember when I submitted them, I was so confident, like, these are gonna do so well. Like, I know they're gonna love these. I really wanted this. I felt like it was for me. Now it's not gonna happen. Who knows if they're gonna do it the following year. And obviously they took some time off because of COVID and everything. Then they came back and announced it was gonna happen in 2022. And I was like, I am going all in for it. And it was like, it was meant to be, just because of the fact that like back then I literally had like 3,000 followers on Instagram. I was smaller on here on YouTube. There's no TikTok, no video content in short form. And I feel like having that time to like wait for it, I grew a lot on socials. And also I was able to start creating short form content, which I feel like short form content really changed the game for me, especially on TikTok and Instagram, because that's where I get most of my followers and my views, is on my reels and on my TikTok. So I just feel like everything happened the way it's supposed to happen. Like, there was a reason why it didn't happen then. Perhaps I wouldn't have made it then, you know what I'm saying? But I made it now because of all these other like ways to create content now. And it's crazy because I feel like obviously in the previous brow searches, things were different. It was like all about pictures and like that type of like content, because that's what was trendy and big in those years. But now it's so different. Like, now a lot of it, they want to see like your personality, and I feel like you can really showcase your personality now through short form content, just because you're interactive. And for me, I was like, this is definitely more my alley, because I feel like on Instagram, my pictures never did like incredible. Like I never blew up on Instagram from pictures. Like when I started to gain more followers, it was because of my reels. And I literally went from like 3,000 followers that one year, 2019? Now in 2022, I literally have 23,000 followers, and I plan on growing even more, and it's just incredible to see like that growth. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the complexion. So I'm gonna be mixing 2 primers. I'm going to be using the Benefit Professional. On the outer parts of our face, we're gonna be using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. We're gonna be applying our foundation. I'm actually gonna be mixing 2 products. So I did a review on the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Foundation. This was a little too late. Looking back at the footage, I'm like, whew. But I mean, this is why we review products, because if something doesn't work out for me, color-wise or whatever, I show you guys the real, the raw, the authentic, and then you guys can be like, okay, that shade's not for me. Let's go a shade up. Let's go 2 shades up. You know, I got you. I purchased these items so then you don't have to purchase them, or you know what to purchase in replacement. So I'm gonna be using this foundation, but I'm gonna be going ahead and mixing it with my Kevyn Aucoin Skin Enhancers. I've been obsessed with these. I actually brought these on my trip to Arizona, and this is amazing for having that like more perfected finish. Okay, so I'm gonna be taking my Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to be applying like that first base. Okay, let's answer the next question. So somebody asked me like, what changes after that trip? Honestly, guys, I feel, and this may sound crazy, but I feel like I'm not the same creator that I left as. I feel like I have learned so much, and I have tapped into another level of creativity because of the people that I was around, because of all the amazing advice I got from Manny, from I Love Sarai, Karen, and Chloe. I really thought about like where I want to take my content from here. Like I said earlier, like I feel like I spent the first half of the year so heavily focused on Benefit Brow Search that I really kind of put everything else on like the back. It's hard to focus on everything at once. I want to like show you guys more of me, and I feel like a lot of times I just talk about like this, but like on my other platforms like Instagram especially, like I want to be like more open with you guys. I want to share more like fashion content, and I feel like one of the reasons why I don't share fashion content often is because I've always had body insecurities all of my life. And I feel like I'm 26 now, and I'm finally getting to this stage where I'm like, you know what? I don't have the perfect body. I don't have the Instagram baddie body, a healthy body. I have a body that can move, a body that can run. I am blessed. And just knowing that, that's good enough. And you know, people are always gonna have something to say. So like, I just want to start sharing more fashion content. I want to start like sharing more like everyday stuff. And like I said, it's not just gonna be here. It's probably gonna be more so like on my Instagram stuff, stories and stuff like that, reels. Just like tapping into like other levels of like my content, creating things that like make me happy. And I feel like when you share more with your audience, like they feel closer to you. And you guys can let me know if you think that, but I just feel like if I share more that I'm comfortable sharing with, you guys will definitely like almost feel like, you know, we're like besties. And like the content that I created, like I said, like I was just like, wow, like I made this content. Like some of these pictures, like I don't really post stuff like that, but like where I'm posing and stuff, like with these outfits and stuff, like I just felt really good. And the last thing, of course, is like being around such incredible people. You guys have known this if you guys have watched my channel and seen other Q&As, but ever since I was very young, like elementary school young, I've always wanted to live in California. And it's definitely something that now that I'm going into my late 20s, I'm gonna be turning 27 in December, definitely something I really want to explore and something that I want for myself, especially in my late 20s. I want to do it before I turn 30. I don't know where it'll take me if I do move. I don't know if I'm gonna move back to Maryland again, or if I'm just gonna stay in California, but I just would love to do it because I know that it would take like my life to the next level, and I know that it would be something that I would be so happy I did in my late 20s. The girls there were like, who live in LA and live in California, they were like, girl, like you have to make the move. Like it's the best investment you'll make for your career and for yourself. And that really got me thinking. And I'm just really excited because I feel like now that I'm home and it's literally gonna be the second half of the year in June, I really am now focusing on like my second half of the year goals. Like, okay, let me answer a few more questions because we're slowly coming to the end of the video. Okay, so somebody asked me what was my favorite outfit. So we were serving looks out there. Let me just tell you, we were really serving some beautiful looks out there. Everybody's looks were incredible. My favorite look was the look for the diamonds and denim night, which was the last night we were there. So every dinner we had like a theme. So the first night it was like Western boho. So it was just kind of like a more like casual, like Western boho look, and I had like jeans, my pink boots, a pink top that I got from Forever 21, and like my cowboy hat from Amazon. And then the second night it was like neon cowgirl night, so I just wore like these cute like Daisy Duke shorts with like a white bodysuit, and then I wore like my fringe jacket. And then my last outfit for Demons and Diamonds, it was supposed to be like kind of denim theme, but because it was our last dinner and it was gonna be like super like beautiful and everything, I wanted to wear my leather skirt, and that's actually my sister's leather skirt, and she let me borrow it, and I wanted to wear that with my like pink halter top, and then I wanted to wear like my sparkly Steve Madden heels that I purchased, and then I had like this really pretty like rhinestone purse that I got off of Amazon, which is like a dupe for the Alexander Wang one. I was like, this is 30 bucks. That is like, God knows how much. So let me get the dupe, and it was beautiful. And I also met Alma Rivera Beauty at Benefit Brow Search, and me and her just hit it off so well. Like literally, like we knew each other our whole life. We just hit it off. And even like I said I care, and she was like, did you guys know each other before this trip? And we're like, no. And she was like, see, that's like what's so beautiful about these trips. You like make friendships that will last forever. And Alma was literally my hype woman, and I was her hype woman. Follow her on all socials. She's incredible. She has amazing content here on YouTube, Alma Rivera Beauty, on Instagram, Alma Rivera Beauty, and also on TikTok, Alma Rivera Beauty. Like, you're gonna love her stuff. Okay, so there's like two questions. One asked me like, what did we do? And like another one was like, what was my favorite challenge? So a lot of the trip was like creating content, obviously. Also like the fun activities we did. We did archery, we rode a mechanical bull, we did an obstacle course, we did horseback riding, there was hiking, we could go swimming. The dinners were such like fun activities. They asked me what was my favorite challenge, and that was my favorite challenge, the obstacle course. I just love like fun outdoor activities, like athletic activities. It's funny because when I was a kid, I hated like field day and all that stuff. Like I hated that. I was not good at it. And like now that I'm older, that I'm like so much more active, I go to the gym and I love working on stuff. I love those activities. Okay, so I got asked quite often like what was my favorite part of the trip, and I said the people, but I did have like a second part to that. If I had it like the top second thing, that was my favorite thing, horseback riding. So I did the horseback riding, and that was literally one of the best 45 minutes of my life. Like, it's just such a peaceful ride on the horse, and just seeing all the views really made me reflect a lot on the trip and just like how incredible it was to be there, and the fact that I made it so far. Like after all these years of creating content, like I got to experience this with a brand that I love in the state that I was going to attend college, where I dropped out of college to do this. Like I was like, wow, like this is just a moment for me. And like everybody in my family kept telling me like, make sure that like when you go on the trip, you just have a little moment to yourself where you really take it in and like just know like how far you've come. And that was the moment for me. And it just made me realize that like, this is what life is about. Life is about the experiences, the memories that you create. When you die one day, then that might be like a little deep, but when you die one day, you don't take the materials. Like all you have left is like the amazing memories that you create. That was a good moment for me to like not be on my phone, disconnect, and just focus on what's in front of me, which was absolutely breathtaking and beautiful. So this is my favorite blush at the moment. This is the Kokie Cosmetics Star Crossed. I literally wear this all the time. It's like the perfect like baby doll pink. Highly recommend you guys purchasing this Kokie Cosmetics website. I also do have a coupon code if you guys want to save some cash. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our lips, our labios. So I think I'm gonna be using one of my Refi Beauty lip pencils. So let me do this. So I'm using this in the shade Rosewood. And I'm just going in here. The one thing I will say is not the easiest when filming these type of videos is the editing. Cause I'm like, I don't want to make the video too long because I don't want you guys to get sick of me. but I also have a lot to say. But I will say now with short form content, I feel like the people that want like super short content have, you know, other places to go so that they don't have to watch something forever. And then the people who enjoy long form content, clearly you'll be watching my video because you want to watch like a longer form content video. So I'm going to be using Pinky Brown for lipstick by Makeup by Mario. Okay, last question is, will you try again next year? And congrats on making it this far. So it's actually a great question. I will not. And hear me out, because I feel like they're like, why not? Like maybe next time you'll win the 50K. So this experience was an experience that I feel like was meant to happen for me right now. I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer of if something doesn't happen for you, it's because there's something bigger and better for you. You know what I'm saying? Something that like is gonna, like you're gonna fit perfectly into that puzzle. I literally am so thankful to the Benefit Cosmetics team for picking me as one of the top 24. Like I literally can't even like wrap my head around that still. And it just goes to show how much my hard work paid off. All those like days that I spent working on my entries nonstop, like it's so rewarding to see and look back and be like, wow, I really did that. For the people that I've seen in the past that have made it to the Benefit Brow Search, their careers have really launched after Benefit Brow Search. I'm talking about people, not just people that like won the Brow Search, but people that like went to the Brow Search, the top 24. Like I've seen people that like, they literally have these amazing careers now, and you know, like the Benefit Brow Search was super helpful for them in their career. It was a part of their career. It was a part of like their stepping stone to the next level. And that's how I see myself right now. I also feel like another big thing for me as to why I wouldn't want to do it again next year is because I want to allow more other creators to have the opportunity. I just feel like me going again is like taking away from somebody that could potentially be the winner. And I feel like I gave my absolute all, that like this was my chance, this was my opportunity, and I literally would not change anything for the world because it was truly one of the best experiences of my life. And like I said earlier, like I feel like I left a different person creator-wise in terms of how I came back. I'm feeling so incredibly inspired, and it's actually amazing because I was getting a little burnt out, especially with all the platforms that I have to keep up with, that I was like, I don't know like how much longer I can keep pushing and pushing content out. Like I feel like I needed a break, and I feel like I kind of got a break out of this because I was still creating content, but I feel like I just got inspired in a completely different way. Okay, last thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we are going to apply this lip gloss. So because Manny was there, he hooked us up with the Lunar Beauty, and I was obsessed with this gloss during the Brow Search. This is in the shade Celine, and today I'm gonna be using the shade Starlight because I feel like it goes perfectly with this like mauve pinky tone look. So highly recommend these glosses, guys. These are phenomenal. Like literally look, like, oh my gosh. This is the face. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and finish my hair, change, and then I'll come back and show you guys the completed look. Okay guys, so this is the completed look right here using a bunch of new products that I am checking out and also sharing with you guys all the tea from my Benefit Brow Search trip. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's continue doing these type of videos for you guys. Let me know if you guys want to see more get ready with me using new makeup and talking just about anything, life, whatever it may be. And also I will have all the products that I used on this face listed down below in my description box so you guys can check them out. So definitely stay tuned for that. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.